This channel is devoted to helping you better understand the vagus nerve and how this can be a pathway to your own recovery. It was for me. I struggled with PTSD, extreme anxiety, depression, self-loathing, uncertainty, and I was also abusing alcohol as a means to self-medicate. I know what it's like to feel the way that you feel or that you may have felt, but I also know that it's possible to heal. The vagus nerve represents the main component of the parasympathetic nervous system, which oversees the vast array of crucial bodily functions, including the control of your mood, your immune response, your digestion, and your heart rate. It establishes one of the connections between the brain and the gastrointestinal tract that sends information about the state of your inner organs to the brain via afferent fibers. So what's important here is that we now know through neuroscience the importance of the gut-brain connection. So we know that what we eat and the balance of flora and fauna in our gut directly impacts our mood and our well-being. But we also know that those people who are suffering from poor vagal tone are more likely to have a poor immune response, to suffer from many bodily dysfunctions such as IBS and leaky gut. And it also often shows up in things like skin rashes, eczema, psoriasis. These things are also triggered by poor vagal tone. We're learning more and more that many autoimmune diseases are directly linked back to the vagal tone and back to the state of our nervous system and our vagus nerve. Polyvagal Theory, which is now just over 20 years old, helps us better understand the vagus nerve in terms of our mental health. We have 3 states within the Polyvagal Theory process. The first one is safe. This is when we feel most healthy, grounded and calm. We are open to social engagement, playful and find joy in the simple things of life. We are resting in homeostasis. Our fight and flight response is disabled. This is also called the parasympathetic ventral vagal system, when we're resting and digesting our food. So all of our internal organs are working at an optimal level, our heart rate is low, and our immune system is fully active. We are ready to embrace our fullest life. The second state is mobilized. This is when we feel under threat from an outside source or from a perceived possible threat. So in olden days, this would have been the approach of a dangerous animal. However, in modern life, this can be triggered by text messages, emails, the news cycle, a fear of losing our job or a loved one, a fear of how people perceive us, a fear of not being the same as other people that we see on social media. All of these things can trigger this mobilized state, which is the fight and flight response. And many people are trapped within this state. It should only be active when under threat. But for many people, the perpetual state of feeling in that fight and flight is ever present. If only I could be somewhere else. If only I could have a different job. If only I had a different house. If only I had a different partner. If only I lived in a different country, a different town. All of these if onlys are the inner dialogue seeking you to flight, to move away. And this leads to high levels of anxiety, catastrophizing. Maybe that's you continuously catastrophizing in all scenarios. And then constant negative self-talk. The voices or voices in your head can be paralyzing. They are attacking you from all sides. It is possible to move away from this state, and this is where we can use vagus nerve exercises. One of the best exercises is the hand pressing exercise. You can click above to access that, or go to my YouTube channel, or just search Justin Caffrey hand pressing exercise. The third state is immobilized. We can often see this state form after prolonged periods of being trapped in the previous fight and flight sympathetic state. So where the nervous system has not been able to fight or flight, it has not been able to get away from the source of the fear, which is often perceived and could be in the ether or the online community in which you live, your social media, how you see your peers, etc. It leads to a low mood, a depressed state. This is the nervous system giving up on the fight and flight, and effectively it goes towards an old primal state. In essence, we're feigning death. In order to leave this state, a person must have a real desire for normality and an unwavering willpower to work on themselves. Many people are stuck within this perpetual state of depression for long periods. I've worked with many clients who are stuck in this mood and this state, and it is more difficult to leave than helping somebody come away from the fight and flight response. It is possible, but you need to put in the work. Again, a good place to start is the hand pressing exercise, and you can check that out in this video. Or again, just go to YouTube and search Justin Caffrey hand pressing exercise. So people with a low vagal tone will be either immobilized or they will be mobilized. So they will either be in a depressed state or they will be in a fight and flight anxious state. And what's important to understand is that a high vagal tone is associated with lower blood pressure, improved blood sugar regulation, improved digestion, better mood, reduced anxiety, and actually a reduced risk of stroke and cardiovascular disease. Perhaps one of the largest benefits of higher vagal tone is the ability to relax faster after stress. So people who have high vagal tone are still going to meet challenges in their life, but the state of their distress is much shorter. So they can meet the stress, it arrives, but it also passes quite quickly, and they have learned to focus their energy on things that they can influence and control, and avoid getting drawn into the drama of things that they cannot influence and control. This is about putting yourself first on a daily basis. The capacity for what I like to say to my clients is to wake up in the morning, to show up for yourself and to do the work that you need to do, those key exercises that gets you through the day. There are a multiple amount of exercises for the vagus nerve on my YouTube channel, and I recommend that you check them out. Most importantly, I cannot stress the benefits of meditation over the long term. We have extensive clinical data to show that it is the absolute win in terms of maintaining high vagal tone over the long term. It's best to start off using something like the hand pressing exercise because it will help calm down your nervous system, or to look at my video here which will show you the other
Hi, I'm Justin Caffrey. Thanks.
Nerve exercises. But by deploying these exercises on a daily basis, you start to build up a habit, and ultimately the habit is best formed then moving it to a meditation practice. Right now I'm offering a very significant discount for those who would like to join my online vagus nerve and meditation course. This is a 21-day course that will guide you through the neuroscience and help you develop a sustainable meditation practice to improve your well-being. Go to my website www.remotetribe.co.uk and access the vagus nerve course there. If you'd like to follow me on a regular basis, you can also follow me on Instagram at Justin_Caffrey. You can follow me on Twitter at Justin Caffrey, or sign up to my mailing list at justincaffrey.com. Most importantly, friends, thank you for being here. My name is Justin Caffrey. I really appreciate the fact that you've taken the time to watch my content, and my aim with my content is to share as much as I can to help people like you and me improve their mind, body, and health. So I wish you well, and I thank you for being here.